You want to die, don't you? Hey, and that's probably a legitimate expression of how you're feeling right at this moment. Been there, um, and it's painful, I know. And in this video, I'm going to talk a bit about that. And near the end of the video, I'm going to tell you 5 things that I'd like you to do. Um, 5 things that might just help you at this painful place. You know, the other day I was watching this news reporter standing in a stream up to his waist with this huge torrent of water rushing around him. And it's like he's in danger. And many people die when they lose their footing in an overwhelming power of just simple little droplets of water joining together and sweeping around them and sweeping them away. And I think when you're feeling in a place like you are feeling at this moment, that's how it may well be. You just It's just too much for you to hold on and to hang on any longer. And for me, it was like I'd been hammered on, bang, 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 and my body and everything in me was just losing the ability to withstand it, and it just felt I was being crushed by all those hammerings, hit time and time again, and it just gets too much. Um, and it could be you're feeling things like guilt, shame, loneliness, words upon words, harsh judgments from others, physical pain, a billion other things you might be feeling at this moment where the only prayer you can pray is, God, I want to die. I'd suggest actually what you're really, really wanting to happen is your pain to end. And that's quite a distinction. But it's real and it feels really, really hard. And look, I want to tell you that under a certain level of stress, every one of us has a breakdown. We just can't handle it anymore. And it's a bit like that. It's the final straw that breaks the camel's back, and you got all this hay on a camel, and he's fine. He can cope with so much, but just put a few more straws on it, and it crushes him. And I sense that maybe that's where you are at this moment if you've searched and found this video. And part of um, my experience is that it's really helpful just to start identifying the straws. And I just want to tell you, you're not alone, that tens and thousands of people have Google searched and found um, a post I wrote years ago about this particular topic, and they've got help with it. And you're not alone as well, because this is an age old expression of pain. And Elijah, one of a biblical character, he was on the run from this vicious queen, and he cried out, God, take away my life, take it. I've had enough. I can't handle it, because it just got too much from him, and he was in pain and he couldn't handle it. So he prayed, God, I want to die. Literally, yeah. And something, yeah, he didn't die that way, but he died later on, just as naturally as any one of us dies. And um, I want you to hear that I hear the pain. It's okay, and I'm not going to leave you. And together we find a way through this. I've talked to so many people where I've just wanted to say to them, I hear your pain. I know what you're going through, and we can get together through this together. And if you're someone like Elijah, you've also got another mate called Moses, where he was under a similar weight and pressure and flood of it was just too much for him. The pain was getting too much for him. And he prayed out, put me to death, God. Huh. Even heroic biblical characters like Elijah and Moses, they were in places like you are. And God didn't cause them to die, at least not at that stage. There was still more for them to do. But it required actually something for inside them to shift, to change, so that they could actually get out of that dark hole. And I've got resources at the bottom of the show notes, um, things that can help you. And it's interesting, one of the things is that a lot of people want come to Google search, or they come to YouTube or somewhere else looking for an answer, because they don't want to ring up somebody. And so many times, ring up the helpline, ring up this. I've had people email me and say, I don't want to talk to someone. I just need help. I want to keep this really private. And I get that. You don't want the whole world to know. You just need some help. Um, so I've got 5 things I would encourage you to do. And the first one is this: pray a different prayer. You're praying, God, help me, I want to die. Well, I want you to pray a different prayer. And it's here, and it's in the blog post that I've written associated with this particular um, video. And you can look at it when you finish watching it. But here it is: God, I want I want to die. My world feels black and dark. I feel like I'm drowning and being swept away. The hammer blows hurt, bruise, and tear. I know my feelings can misrepresent reality, and that's really important. Your feelings may not be representing reality. And the more I believe my feelings to be true, the deeper and darker my hole gets. Help me sense you are here with me and want to help me out of this dark hole. I want to know what to do in this darkness. Whisper some light to me and show me a path to walk on. That's number one. Pray a different prayer. Number two is identify the straws. Okay, so I talked about the camel. The too many straws on a camel's back will break it. All right. So what are the individual straws? Break them down. Break it down to, write it physically out in a journal or a book. What are the things that are stressing you out, that are causing so much pressure on you? Um, and when that happens, you can actually start to get a grip on things. And it's that stage where you might be able to say, okay, I've got this issue. Maybe I can get some help or do something different to actually just reduce that whole stress load on you. Number three, take action. All right. Don't just leave it there. Take action. Take a millimeter step towards doing something about one of those little straws. And then take another millimeter step and another millimeter step. And eventually you will find, and I have found this, and thousands of other found it, have is that things will start to change in your brain and in your circumstances. Take a step. The fourth thing is read some of my blog posts. And I've written about a lot of this sort of stuff over a decade or more, about depression, suicide, stress, problem solving, the whole lot. And in the blog post, I've got some um, links to posts that I've written about that. And here's number 5: contact me. All right. And I get lots of people just emailing me, expressing their pain. And sometimes we talk online, on Zoom or whatever, or just as a simple email conversation. But they want to be in connection with somebody somehow. That they want somebody to know the level of distress that they are in. So send me an email. And my email is barry@turningthepage.co.nz. Just send me an email. I'm here. I respond to every email I get. May not be straight away, but I do respond. I don't want you to think that you are alone in this place. There is a way out, and together we can find it. And look, if you want more help, um, yeah, look at the links below in the show notes. And there's some free ebooks. There's a free course that I've written about getting yourself out of your dark hole. And it's all free because Turning the Page is funded by donations, by people like yourself just giving it a couple of dollars. And it all goes in and helps me to continue to create content like this and help thousands, literally thousands of people around the world. But please contact me, send me an email. I want you to know that you're not alone. Okay, bye.